Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective full moon reading. This is going to be for the full moon lunar eclipse, which is taking place in Pisces on September 7th, which would be tomorrow, as I am recording this on September 6th. What do I want to say? So right now we have the sun in Virgo, moon in Pisces. This, the moon is going to go over the north node. Let me see. I just want to make sure. Because, yeah, I meant to write that down. But, yes, we did have Uranus go retrograde in Gemini. I want to say it was yesterday. Virgo is still in Mercury, or Virgo, I can't even get the words out. Mercury is still in Virgo. Venus in Leo. Mars is still in Libra. Jupiter is in Cancer. This moon, this full moon is also going to go over Saturn, which has been in retrograde. It started in Aries, but it is now back in Pisces. So this moon will go over Saturn as well. We still have Neptune retrograde in Aries. So it's a lot of, moving parts. And this full moon, it almost feels like it's going to be a big one, being that it is a lunar eclipse. And then we will have another new moon in Virgo, which I believe that one takes place at 29 degrees towards the end of the month. We do know that Virgo and Pisces are, the 1-7 and or opposites of each other, mutable earth and mutable water. And what I'm hearing right now is like, whether this is you or someone you're energetically connected to, like I always say, just take what resonates and leave the rest. If it's not for you, don't take it and don't try to make it fit. But what I'm hearing right now is trying to gain my footing. I don't know if that's you trying to gain your footing or, the energy of, someone you're connected to. But it's the energy of trying to gain, or what I heard was trying to gain my footing. So it feels like there's, some type of imbalance or unsturdiness, which is, how that mutable energy works, especially with the sun being in Virgo, that mutable earth energy. Someone could be trying to get their footing in regards to, health, wealth, their, something, in their physical reality. It could be job. But with the, Pisces energy and that being the moon energy, it's also giving me like the emotions as well. What do they call that thing? It's like a seesaw, but a teeter-totter. That's what I'm saying right now. But I'm hearing lean in, more towards, the Pisces energy versus, like it's almost making me like falling back on the Virgo energy, being that, like with the North Node and the South Node, with Pisces being in the North Node, you want to lean more towards, what you're feeling, what you may be picking up intuitively, rather than, falling back on that South Node energy of Virgo, of like, because the South Node can make you feel, it's what you're used to. It's looked at as like where you've been, where the North Node is looked at as, where you're going, stepping into the new, where that can be uncomfortable. It feels like don't fall back, lean forward is what I want to say. Lean forward into what you're feeling. Lean forward into, what your, like I said, your intuition or your emotions may be telling you. Don't, in a way, like try to resist or fall back. Because I feel like if you lean back or not, how can I say this? Not take into consideration how you feel, everything, it almost makes me feel like it's gonna fall apart. I don't know what this is, y'all. But that's how it feels, and that's, I apologize, but that's the best way that I can explain it. It's making me feel like, with that South Node energy, don't fall back into like your go-to, whether that's a routine, a pattern, a person, place, or thing. Like, don't fall back into that. It's not a time to do what you've always done. But let's see what we got going on. I'm starting out, like I said, with the Black Moon astrology. And let's see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection that we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this full moon in Pisces. This moon is going to trine Jupiter and Lilith, with Jupiter being in Cancer and Lilith being in Scorpio. But it is going to oppose, the Sun and Mercury and the South Node. It makes me feel like, because now I'm being drawn into Mercury, which is, the planet that rules, well, it's actually in its home in Virgo. But it rules our, communication, how we think, how we analyze. How can I say this? It's making me feel like your actions, with the Sun being in Virgo and Mercury being in Virgo, like I said, that's how we communicate, think, and analyze. It makes me feel like saying your words, your words and your actions must match. And that almost makes me feel like, especially with the South Node here, like for some of you, like I said, this could be you or someone else, like someone's words doesn't match their actions. Like they say one thing and do another, or you say one thing and do another, and it's like, it may not work right now. It may even be exposed just because, normally people who do like, spirit knows, like, I don't like this energy, like, because it seems just so like low grade to me personally. But I know, like, I can't make it personal, but it's almost just like your words not matching your action is like, what's the point? But it's almost like with this full moon, it's almost like you're not going to be able to hide what you're feeling. So even if your words don't match your actions, your feelings are going to be on display, how you feel. So it's almost like you might as well just do what you say. And, you know, like, I don't know, like, why, like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, maybe because I'm not one of those people, but it just, it's, I don't like that feeling. Like, I just, it makes me feel some type of way. So people, you know, or whoever actually, you know, says one thing and does another, I can imagine, like, how they feel. Like, it's, I almost feel like I want to, like, cover up. Because there's always, like, you know, that underlying fear of exposure. But if you just do what you said what you gonna do, like, there's nothing, like, it can't, there's no exposing that comes from that. Like, so, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know. This feels very, like, ugh. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, and I'm not, you know, like I always say, like, this is a judgment-free zone, but I'm going to keep it real. Like, and that's just, like, the reality of it. Like, like, I almost want to go like this. Like, nah, like, push it away. You could be doing that to someone, like, nah, you know, it's just, I'd rather not. Like, that's what I feel like saying. Oh, my goodness. I don't know, y'all. Let's see. Like, it's almost making me feel like, especially if you're, like, someone who is on the receiving end of this energy, it's almost like you don't even want to be, like, near this energy, this place, this person. Like, it's just like, oh no, like, I don't know, y'all. It feels weird. Or, you know, whoever is, you know, in this energy, they could be noticing that people are like, nah, or they could be, like, being told no, or whatever the case may be. Like, nah, I don't even want to go there with you. I don't want to do that with you. Like, it's almost giving me an energy of, like, someone that can't be trusted. Like, how, you know, how your reaction would be to someone that, like, you know, you can't trust. See? Alright, so bottom of the deck we have Libra, I balance, which is where Mars is at right now. So it could be a masculine energy, but like I said, I feel like something was off balance. It could be a masculine energy just because Mars is in Libra. They could be the ones feeling this, like, unsturdiness, this imbalance, this, I don't know, it just feels shaky. Bottom of the deck we have the third house, which is messages. The third house is, you know, ruled by Gemini, so it deals with the mutable air. So this is, there's a square. as well with all of this energy. Mm. Between the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Uranus. And then look, we have Uranus. With the Grand Cross energy, which says provoker. Mm. Like, I feel like there's a stirring going on. It could be going on, you know, within like a masculine energy where like it's something in the way that they either think, communicate, or are trying to like put something together. Because I can even feel like with this Uranus energy, like it almost feels like the Tower with this Uranus and the Grand Cross energy. Let me see. Yeah, because there is a T square going on as well. Yeah, between the moon, Mercury, and Uranus, there's a mutable T square here. Yeah, it's something that I don't know. I want to see what comes out because it's something in regards to how like someone is communicating like what they're saying, or like again what they're saying isn't matching up to what they're doing and all of like that. Like, ugh. Ooh, too many. Can I get one for the overall energy spirit as it pertains to this full moon in Pisces? Excuse me. Thank you to whoever said bless you. What's the overall energy spirit? What is this? As it pertains to this full moon in Pisces. Yeah, because it makes me feel like, just as I was shuffling the cards, like I'm being hit with like the energy of someone who, like, it's almost like they can't even come up with nothing like convincible. Like whatever they're saying, like it's not convincing who's on the receiving end of this. Yeah, we have the 5th house, creativity. Yeah, this is you know, the 5th house is ruled by Leo. Yeah. like I said, it's like it's not, creative. Like, I'll let this fire truck pass, or ambulance, excuse me. But yeah, because fifth house energy is, Leo is ruled by the sun. It is how we express ourselves. It's the creativity house, the fifth house, but it also deals with, like, it's a very, like, childlike energy. Up under that we have the moon, which says the soul. And then we have the fourth house, which is the roots, which is Cancer energy. Both of these cards are Cancer cards. As the moon rules Cancer, as well as, fourth house energy is Cancer energy. And I almost feel that because, what I was feeling, like, how, like, a crab likes to they sidestep. And that's how I'm feeling, like, for some of you, it's like how you're moving around this energy, because you can feel like this person, or whatever, this environment, like something is not, like, it's not off, and it's almost like you can feel it, you can see it from a mile away. But with the soul in the fourth house, like, I feel like I don't know, I feel like your spidey senses might be tingling. Like, with this energy, because the moon, it deals with, things being illuminated, things, coming to the light, but it also deals with things being hidden. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. But like I say, yeah, it deals with, things being hidden. In regards to the fourth house, which, deals with home and privacy, it's a very family-oriented card. We have Taurus, I have, which is second house energy. And then we have the 12th house, escape, which is Pisces energy. And then we have the south node, life's debts, with the south node here, which is in Virgo. Yeah, like, the best way I can explain what I'm feeling right now by looking at these cards, it's almost like someone could have expressed something, or will be. It feels like in regards to something that they want. But there's almost like an energy, it's something or someone, whether, like I said, it's a person, place, or thing, something that brings this person a lot of comfort, but it's almost like they keep it hidden. Or, like, the best way that I can explain it is, like, whether this is you or someone else, you may have expressed in the past that, oh yeah, for instance, like, I don't like ice cream, but deep down you fucking love ice cream. So it's like, it's almost like it's almost giving me like a coveted energy, where, like, someone, may even be in the energy of, like, that love of ice cream being exposed, like being caught with an ice cream cone and then you're encountering someone and you're like, well, I thought you didn't like ice cream. Like, that's the, like, the best way that I can explain this energy, because I feel the energy of, like, coveting something, like, that somebody truly loves, but they could have said something that was the complete opposite to what they really feel for this person, for this thing, whatever it is. And it almost feels like where they could have even been like lying to themselves or trying to run from it and like almost play it cool with the South Node energy. I think it's time when Gemini, I think, and then Libra are balanced to like just let it come out, whatever it is. Like that's what I feel like. Let it come out. Because with that expression card, it's almost like it can't be hidden. That's the sun. Can I get another one? Ooh. Just be like, fuck it, I like ice cream. And, like, yeah, we have this Grand Cross Provoker energy coming out. Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like, it almost feels like Spirit is pushing this to, like, come to the surface. Or like someone could be provoking someone and then they're just like, they're just laying it all out on the table. Like, yup, whatever they like. Because they've been hiding it for too long. Too many. Can I get one more, please? And both of these cards, 29 adds up to 11 as well as 47. And then look at the bottom. We have the earth element, which is 38, another 11. Can I get one more, please, as it pertains to this full moon in Pisces? Can I just get one, please, Spirit? Less cards. Can I just get one more, please? As it pertains to this full moon in Pisces. Look. The 8th house, which is endings and beginnings, Scorpio energy. What's at the bottom? We have Jupiter with abundance. Yeah, and see, I even feel that tower energy off of this card. Like, you can even see it. Like, yeah, this makes me feel like, yeah, there's some type of transformation that is happening. Like I said, this energy is trining. This full moon is going to trine Jupiter as well as Lilith, and that's really what I'm feeling off of this. This 8th house energy and the grant, like, we'll see more with the tarot, but it's almost like there's something is coming full circle. in regards to how someone is either presenting themselves, expressing themselves, like an old way of doing it is closing out, and a new way of, stepping into it is opening up. That's what I feel. We're going to use the Honest Truth Tarot. What's going on, Spirit? As it pertains to the collective and the energies surrounding this full moon in Pisces. Oh, 2 minutes. What's going on? Like, honestly, like, if you're the watcher, because now what I'm hearing is the word declaration. But the way that I'm feeling this energy, I don't feel like you're on the receiving end of whoever or wherever or whatever this person is expressing, or, how. I don't feel like you're, like, currently on the receiving end. I feel like someone is doing this in regards to you. Like, making a declaration in regards to you. Like, it almost feels like they're, like, having to maybe even stand up or defend themselves. Oh my God. Like, I swear. I kid y'all not. One day, I swear, one day I'm going to just record a full 24 hours to where there's nothing. It's a peaceful day, and nothing happens until I decide to press record, and it bothers me so much, because I know, like, it's just distractions. I've learned that a long time ago, but it's just so annoying. But it's not gonna make me stop doing my readings. Like, so whoever or whatever, find something else to do. But back to the reading. Like I said, I feel like this person could be, making a declaration in regards to you, or whatever they're saying. It could almost feel like they're, like, defending you, but it's almost like, I also feel it in a way like, whoever this energy is, you don't deal with them because of this reason, like, because of how their words and actions don't align. This is why you don't deal with them. So it's almost like, I don't know what they're, I don't know. Because it's almost like I said, like with the example of ice cream, this person could have been like, oh yeah, I don't like so-and-so. And that so-and-so could have been you. But deep down, this person, like, really, they may, really fuck with you. They love you, whatever the case may be. And it's almost like they could be getting called out about it. And it's just like, well, yeah, fuck it, I do fuck with so-and-so. Or I do like them or love them or whatever, whatever the case may be. Because it's almost like an energy of whoever is in this energy, like, they can't lie to themselves. Maybe they have been lying to themselves, which has been causing them to lie to others. But this full moon is bringing that up. Give me one more. have bottom of the deck, the Knight of Pentacles. Masculine earth energy. It says unwavering, thorough, and realistic. Then we have the Knight of Cups, which says creativity, romantic, and proposal. Then we have the Eight of Cups, which says restlessness, desire for more. And then we have the Six of Cups with the twin flame. And then we have the Nine of Cups. Yeah. So this is basically like reiterating all of what I just already said. Like this person, they are, you know, like walking away from like, in a way, like it almost feels like they were harboring, you know, fully being vulnerable. But with the restlessness, or you know, the energy of the Eight of Cups, they're walking away from that. They could have been very hesitant to express, you know, what it is or how they really felt with the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, but it's almost like they can't, like, almost deny their soul's calling with the Eight of Cups to the Six of Cups, because in between it's the Two of Cups. They have to, like, in a way, honor the truth with the Six of Wands and the Ace of Swords. And it's really like, yes, there could be, you know, this could be in regards to a relationship. It doesn't have to be. It could just be this person, like, no longer denying their soul's calling. And they're doing it simply because, you know, maybe they, you know, integrate it within themselves with the twin flame card. They're, you know, honoring their own inner divine masculine and feminine by doing what emotionally is right for them with the Nine of Cups. What they're doing it for their own happiness, their own fulfillment, their own satiation. Can I get one for the fifth house? Why is the fifth house creativity here? So we have the Three of Swords coming out. And yeah, because this, you know, the pain of what they're, what, like, even like what they've been expressing or how they've been expressing it is it's become too much to bear. How they're showing up in the world, and they're deciding to, you know, call it out. For a lot of you, I feel like Spirit is like calling it out of them, like putting them on the spot with the Judgment at the bottom. Almost in a way like, you know, a wake-up call. Like, the reason why you're in this Three of Swords and Ten of Wands energy is because you haven't been living in, like, it almost makes me want to say, like, in harmony. And I have one for the Grand Cross Provoker. 2 minutes. The Grand Cross Provoker. It's almost, ooh, damn, that came right out. We have the Death card. Yeah, it's like time is up. This needs to end now. Yep. Then we have the Sun. It can no longer be avoided. With the Sun and the Eight of Pentacles. Because the Eight of Pentacles, yes, it could represent, you know, hard work, consistency, putting in the time, energy, and effort. But it can also be a card of avoidance. Like, yeah, this can't be avoided. Can I get one for the 8th house, endings and beginnings? Even though we already have the death card out here. It's time for change. Yeah. We have the Two of Wands, the Two of Wands, which is like being at a crossroads. But what I'm hearing off of this is direction. Like, this person is not at a crossroads is what it makes me feel like. It feels like, for some reason, I feel like the Chariot energy. Or this person needs to harness that Chariot energy, that Cancer energy, to head in a new direction. Because it almost makes me feel like with the Page of Pentacles, this person wasn't like... First of all, it makes me feel like they weren't thinking long term. They were only, looking at things, like in the moment. But I also feel it, especially coming out or being at the bottom after this Two of Wands, where like... they could have been coming from a place where they didn't trust themselves. They didn't know how to trust themselves. Give me one for the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Like, the time to stop trusting yourself is over. Because that's kind of like, yeah, with the Nine of Wands coming out and the Devil. Yeah, because it's like this person with this energy here, like, they've been, like, limiting themselves. And it's almost like when you're in that energy of not trusting yourself, it's like if you don't trust yourself, no one else is going to trust you either. So if they've been going around, lying, whatever the case may be, or just being dishonest or untruthful or saying one thing and doing another, y'all know how it goes. It's almost like because they were afraid, like, of... like, it almost feels like with this Devil energy, like, they've been doing it for so long that they don't know, like, what it would be like to not do this anymore. This could also be like someone who looks at, like love and or, just emotions as like a cage. Like it's always going to hold them back. But they like it's almost like they like the feeling. They just don't want to put it out there. Like, they don't want people to see them as like... Because you see in this Knight of Cups, he's very delicate with that rose, but he's covered in armor. It's like they don't know how to let this guard down. Can I get another one, please, for the Three of Swords, Ten of Wands? So it's like they just carry it. They carry the burden of, this Three of Swords, past pain, heartbreak, whatever the case may be. It's almost like they're saying the memory. Like, I don't know, maybe this person could have had like a, something that happened in their past and they like don't want to ever feel that again. But that's like, especially with that Devil here, that's succumbing to that energy. Yeah. It's time for you to release yourself with the Eight of Wands. It's time to free yourself. It's time. I almost feel like saying time to be yourself. Like, who cares? But it could also be like this person's never felt or had the space, or even with the Four of Wands, the Eight of Wands to the Four of Wands, of, you know, feeling safe enough to do this. Ooh. Can I get one for this Death card and the Grand Grand Cross? Yeah, the Eight of Swords. And this just further reiterates that this person, like, they don't know how to manage not being this way. So much so that they're afraid of changing. So it's just like with the Five of Wands, they just stay in conflict with themselves, with others. It's like I feel like the energy of jail. Like, I hope nobody's in physical jail, but I feel like the energy of jail with this here, because it's like so much almost pent up anger with this Five of Wands, that they like just, they put themselves in it. And it's almost like they're afraid to go in a new direction with the Fool energy. So it's like this person could like constantly, like, this is like someone who like needs dysfunction to function. And it could be due to like a feminine energy that could have, you know, abandoned or left them in the past with the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Like someone who possibly could have been like a mother or father or parental figure, or someone that, you know, took care of them, like left them. So it's almost like, nah, I can't. I'm not gonna go towards, you know, energy like that. Like, I feel like this person, it's almost like with the Fool, like the energy here, like they want to, but like I said, it's almost like they can't function without dysfunction. Can I get another one for this Death card? They're afraid of change. I mean, double confirmation. So it's almost like when they have, or when things look stable and secure with the Nine of Pentacles, or they have the opportunity to, you know, like gain their own stability, it's like they wrestle with themselves in regards to that. Because it's like they don't know it. Like, this could also be like someone who, when they see like other energy, other, you know, people in this Nine of Pentacles energy for themselves, like it triggers them. And you could be this Nine of Pentacles. You're someone who is very, you know, self-sufficient, self-reliant, confident. You know, you have morals and values that you know, uphold. And it could make, you know, this energy upset. Because it's almost like they could even feel like they don't have that for themselves. But that's not a you problem. for some of you, if you are a feminine energy, it's almost like they're angry that you built yourself up from this Nine of Pentacles to an Empress. And I feel like with this Judgment card, like this is almost spirit, like hey, waking, like trying to wake this person up and be like, rise up to meet this person. But it's almost like they don't. They're afraid to, like, so then you can't be mad. Like, what? Can I get one for this Two of Wands? Too many spirits. Can I get one for the Two of Wands? Oh. The Two of Wands. We have the Page of Cups. Yeah, this is just like, it almost feels like a reality check for this, whoever is in this energy with this Page of Cups. Like, you can't keep avoiding it. Can I get another one? It's time to be honest at an emotional level with yourself. Because it almost makes me feel like this person, instead of actually going through with the change and transformation that needs to be done, every time they find themselves at this crossroads with the Two of Wands, it's like they almost try to find a shortcut instead of walking the path or going the path. But Spirit is like, no, there's no shortcut this time. There's no, like, it almost feels like there's no way out of doing this. The Ace of Swords. And bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups, which is someone, like, it's like Spirit is like, no more crying over spilled milk, no more crying over, what happened or may have happened in the past. Like, it's time to clean it up. It's like you just keep looking at this spilled milk when like, it's time to clean it up and move on. And I know that can sound kind of harsh because I don't know. It's in regards to a Queen of Pentacles energy. So like I said, normally a Queen of Pentacles is like, whether male or female doesn't matter, but it's a maternal energy. But it could, like I said, it could also be a father who, possibly could have abandoned this person. It's like, but they're still harboring over that. So it's almost like it can no longer be an excuse. What's this Ace of Swords? Yeah, we have the Knight of Wands. Yep. It's time to let it go. The Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Because like I said, it affects how the way that this person is acting. They're not acting out of their truth. And with the Four of Pentacles, Spirit is saying, like, yeah, it's time to let go. With the Four of Pentacles and the Moon. Man, one more for this. There's something here between this 8 and 9 of Wands. Look, and I mean, literally, Spirit, it's the Ace of Wands. So a new beginning. It could be travel for some of them as well. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands, which is an energy of, you know, it almost feels like there's an opportunity that's, you know, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I can't imagine. I know it's the full moon, but, you know, I can't imagine so much is going on right now with all of these signs. But yeah, it makes me just feel like this is wanting to come through for the masculine, but they're not allowing it to. This Ace of Wands, this expansion, which would be Jupiter, and that deals with traveling and, you know, our experiences. It's the Wheel of Fortune. This is the opportunity for this person to grow. What's this? Yeah. They said to be fortified with that Knight of Pentacles coming out. Bottom of the deck, ooh, we have a Queen of Cups. I feel like for some of you, if you're a feminine energy, this energy could be coming towards you and you're going to have, you know, a decision to make with the Queen of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Because it's almost like, are you going to be the Queen of Cups or are you going to be the Queen of Wands? Because like I said, it's almost like you can feel that this energy is like what they're working out of. Like it almost doesn't, like you just don't trust it. You don't trust it. You can feel it. That this person, like, for some of you, it's like this person could be like they want something out of you. I don't know. Let's see. Well, ask Spirit and then we'll grab the guidance and advice. If this person is showing up to the feminine energy as this Knight of Pentacles, what do they want? What do they want? Too many. What do they want? Can I just get one card, please? I don't know if I like this coming out, the Nine of Cups. They could just be coming to, like, honestly make themselves feel good. But for others of you, like, this could be, you know, they're coming in for selfish reasons with the Nine of Cups. But it could also be, like, because, you know, they actually are ready with the Page of Pentacles. Like, it's almost like they want to show that, like, almost like they could be trusted now. Like, they're sure of what they want. But listen, y'all, you're going to have to use your own discernment. Can I get one more for this Nine of Cups? Too many. The Nine of Cups. The Moon. And then we have the Page of Wands. I don't like this. Because for some of you with the moon coming out, it could be that they're coming to truly express to you that, how they feel about you, what they've been, holding back. Because with the Page of Wands, it's a card of, good news. But I can't help but feel like, especially with the Hangman, like if they're doing this because they're stuck in a rut, or at just a very like going through instability in their life. Because it makes me feel like with the Hangman, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight, and the Nine of Swords, like this person is hanging on by a thread. For some of you, they may even, like, they could tell you it. They could tell you that with this Page of Wands. Like, they're ready to let this go. Whatever all of this shit is for them, or whatever it is for them, they're ready to let it go. It's almost like they don't know how. Like, it almost makes you feel like they're coming to you for advice. Like, but or they want to. Because then we have the Chariot, Justice, and the Queen of Cups. What's up under that Queen of Cups? I don't know. If you're the feminine energy that this person is coming towards, you just got to use your discernment. Like, I could keep pulling cards all day, but you know your story better than me. But I will always tell you to, use your discernment. Look, I can't make this shit up. The High Priestess. That's what it is. That's what it feels like. You'll be. That's what they. What I'm hearing from my guys is you'll be able to tell. You'll be able to tell. If you should work with this person or not. Can I get one for the guidance and advice? Ooh. The guidance and advice. Just a minute. What's the guidance and advice? Oh my God, look at all these cards. One card, please, Spirit. The guidance and advice. We have Pluto coming out. Transformation. There's another 11. Let's see. All right, so these are long, but I'm going to read it anyway. So it says, Pluto, transformation. People living deeply have no fear of death. Pluto, the smallest and outermost planet in our solar system, probably carries the most weight. It is the planet of extremes. Birth, sex, and death are Pluto's themes. In Greek legend, Pluto was the god of the underworld. His earlier name, Hades, came to designate the dwelling place for the dead. The name Hades means the unseen and is a good description of the energies of Pluto, which tend to transform areas of the astrological chart without us knowing until the explosion or blowout. Pluto was discovered in 1930, and although it is now considered a dwarf planet, transits from Pluto are extremely powerful and bring on significant life changes. In traditional astrology, Pluto is the higher octave of Mars, but has some similarities to Saturn, which is also a force of oppression. Pluto governs renewal and rebirth. It brings to the surface things that have been hidden or are felt deep inside. These are sometimes painful to confront, and they are embarrassing or taboo. This dwarf planet tends to inspire unwelcome surprises. Pluto can be like a tower collapsing in your life, a life from which you must rebuild from debris and also inspiration. Many things you have relied upon for always being there may suddenly disappear or leave. More than anything else, Pluto represents endings and beginnings. It is not a card of physical death per se, since in our lifetimes we experience many deaths and new starts. This is simply a time when the decks are being wiped clean for new action. Most of the time, you begin to feel ill, at ease with the feelings of something's not right, and things go down strangely with an eerie silence like the Titanic. If you are in a relationship that has been difficult, it will either end or it will deepen and become more fulfilling. Any romance that starts at this time could prove or should prove to be intense. It is very important not to try and control things. Instead, surrender to the ups and downs for a while, although some of these changes may be painful ones. That said, this is a time of intense sexuality. It may come in various forms: great sex, not enough sex, strange sex, but most likely intense and consuming sex. In terms of job or career, it may be time to get another. When the Pluto card presents itself in a reading, you may have recently been infatuated with a hidden subject, certain mysteries, or the taboo. This could be a time when you are able to sense and feel spirits around you. Sometimes this card can indicate psychic attacks, and thus you should be very careful who you open up to. Be cautious if you are involved in anything paranormal or occult in nature. You are not particularly vulnerable. In fact, your strength is growing, but it is important at this point in time to spiritually protect yourself from anything negative, such as vampire types of people or lost spirits looking for a home. You may become upset concerning something about your past that turns out not to be what you always thought. On a more mundane level, you may have to be more careful with your finances, taxes, and inheritances especially. You might have the opportunity to suddenly move to a new home, but be aware of foundation, water, or sewer problems, and also the possibility that the house might be haunted. Think of Pluto as leftover things that tend to languish in a state of decay or decadence, but more positively, rejuvenation, healing, and birth. Corresponding tarot card is the Six of Swords, and the key ideas are transformation, endings, beginnings, new ways, the end of the old, and intensity. Wow. Can I get one for this Pluto transformation? Why is this here? Pluto transformation. So we have the King of Swords. And I feel like this masculine has gotten, especially with the Page of Pentacles at the bottom, there's a new perspective that is going to be gained from this change or transformation with this King of Swords. Can I get one more? The Six of Swords. And isn't that what this card represents? Yeah, it's time for this masculine to get to more calmer waters, and they know it too. It's time to let go. With the Five of Cups, it's a new way of doing things. And what's at the bottom of this deck? Look, I cannot make this shit up. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. The North Node. Life's purpose. I can't. I cannot. Like, this shit almost made me want to cry. Where I said don't lean, and I believe even reading the book, you know, it said it's not time to, you know, it's time to lean into, you know, the new. Lean into things changing. I can't make that up. I need one for this. Can I get one for the North Node? Life's purpose. This feels like, for some of you, if this is just all your energy, it's like, it almost feels like I said before, aligning with your soul, the Temperance and the Two of Cups. And for some of you, your life's purpose with this masculine going through this is for them to, you know, balance out this, you know, connection. There needs to be, they were moving from a place of imbalance. But Temperance, which is like the fix-it angel, it says balance, reconciliation, and harmony. Things coming back into harmony. So, as always, y'all. And then look. Oh, the Ten of Cups. I love it. I'm leaving it there. Like I said, for some of you, you know, use your discernment. But as always, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope it resonated for some of you. And if not, it just wasn't your story. But here we go again. I'll see y'all on the next one. All right. Later.